Animals in photography is my work. My subject is always based on a connection between man and animal and the relationship. I find it very interesting how people base history and cultural and spiritual connections and how they actually build their whole identity around an animal. When the first Kodak cameras came out, it was about going out and exploring and discovering. And those are the two big key words that inspires me to continue to explore. Just for me, it's about the encounter. It's for me about traveling and unrevealing this animal spirit that keeps me going. What I did was I traveled from the north beaches down to where the Kei River mouth is. It's about discovery. It's about going out there and leaving 4 or 5 in the morning to drive to each beach and coast to see what cattle I can find. The whole project was to capture portraits of these Xhosa cattle from straight in front and not from the side profile as my previous works. The side profile, the taxonomical way, was a kind of a clarification to say this is the posture of the animal, but this project wasn't about that. It was for me going back and being inspired or influenced by the prophecy that was told that the ancestors will come from the sea to bring new cattle. So if you dim your eyes, you will kind of see a silhouette to form kind of a more human being silhouette instead of a side profile. So I had individual characters and expressions of the cattle. So I wanted it to be intimate. I wanted the animal to rise above the horizon, to give it more presence and power, and to kind of engage with the viewer. So I went with a mission to basically to have these individual expressions. And during my process of looking at the portraits, selecting the works, I see, okay, I'll go with, this is the exact expression I want from this bull or this ox and this cow. I need something peaceful in between. What I aim for is stillness in my encounters. I aim to capture a still presence. The animal must be quiet, it must be interested, and it's stillness. And while doing these portraits from straight in front of the cattle, there was the whole time the ocean, the waves coming and going in the background, while the animal was focused and concentrated and engaging into my lens. I had the ocean just making and waves coming in as the tide, and that I find quite interesting versus my previous works. Post-production, I go and I look at to say this is the expression, and now I need something more calm and peaceful and docile and moody, and that's where the magic comes in, when you actually select certain characteristics and presence where I experienced in that reciprocal moment while portraying the animal. It's a various of expressions that eventually critically put together to reveal this prophecy, this Bovine prophecy. In the whole project, there's only a few landscapes that plays a vital role, that kind of glue together all the portraits to not make it that you just walk a page through the book or through the series. So it will give more body, and that each one will have a specific role. I had a landscape at Nebelele River mouth where you really have this bovine, this whole exotic sense, this painting you feel like a painting by Samuel Daniel or Thomas Baines that really captures the whole scene of the dunes and the ocean, and obviously the river mouthing into the sea, you get this feel of this lost place, this place of this timeless place. That landscape played a vital role in kind of bodying up all the portraits. There's another landscape as well, the portrait of the kraal. It's a really architectural work, extremely finely designed and made, where there's a cloud that hovers exactly above the kraal. And then there's another landscape of where a herd walks on the side with the aloes, that really brings the indigenous part of South Africa to it. Through social media and searching on the web for Xhosa cattle, I found this unbelievable, majestic looking ox bull that someone took an amateur photograph of it on the shore about 4 years ago. And somehow through the link via the internet, I made contact with a lady via Facebook. And I contacted to say, listen, where did you find this majestic, unbelievable ox or bull? And she only got back to me after a few chats, and she said to me, no, she did a walk from Port St. John's down to Coffee Bay. And there went a while of conversation, and I basically went in Google Earth and I screenshot every beach from 10 to 20, and I said, listen, tell me, please, where did you find this bull? So she said number 3. So I took after she replied, I took my car and I left. I rode two days to get there. I was driving over this hill with this really trans-sky, tropical forest and far from the coast. And there I saw this white dot, just the backside of an animal. And I thought, this could be, let me climb out my car, and I walk there. So I walked there, and I came around the corner after walking for about 20 to 30 minutes. And I came around the corner, and here was this animal. I was blown away, and that goes to each project is really about discovering and exploration. And it took me about 2 hours to get this ox on the shore, and I managed to take the portrait. Those are the type of things that fuels a project, and the stories that kind of gives me energy to compile this entire project.